Hi everyone, today I'll be taking you through QGIS practical session. So in this video, we'll look at how to import different types of datasets and how to use different tools to analyze your data. I won't cover much, but I'll take you through on some technical parts where you have to understand. So basically, when you want to start your new project in QGIS, once you open your QGIS software, you'll have a template. Like, it will pop up as you'll see some templates and other stuff. You can open a new project using a template, or you can open a new project using a project option on the toolbar. So using a project option, you simply click on that project option, then you go to new. So this is a new project. This is a new project. So once you start a new project, you load your dataset now. But how do you load your dataset? You have different toolbar menu there on top, like a lot of options on top. So basically, to add a new layer or a new dataset on your software, you'll have to go to the toolbar and look for the layers option or layer 2. So this is the one that we are looking for. So you click on the layer, and on these options you just simply choose add layer. You follow, then on this right side, you click on add vector layer. But before adding layers, you have to understand the dataset that you have in your on your PC or in your directory, whichever directory you saved your dataset. You'll have to understand those types of data, like how they are presented on the type. What am I talking about? Let me just show you that folder. So in your folder, you check the type of files you have. So datasets are stored in different types of files. We have, for example, you have this stored in PRJ file. So this is a PRJ file. It means it's a project file. Then you have a shape file like SHP. This is a shape file. This is also a shape file. SHX is also a shape file. So once you understand your datasets, maybe you can also explore. Look at, have you seen the primary wash data? This is presented in Microsoft Excel format. And we have these facilities are presented in Excel file, including schools. They are presented in Excel file. So what we'll do now, we'll go back to the software. So we add. So we'll start with a shape file. How to add a shape file? So how to add a shape file? You simply go to layer on your toolbar, you click on add, then you go to add vector. So this is how you add a shape file, SHP. So you click on add layer, you go to add vector layer, click on that option. So this dialog box will pop up, or this window will pop up. So on this window, you have where it says vector dataset. So on the vector dataset, you go all the way to the 3 dots. So these 3 dots, you simply click on these 3 dots where it says browse. You click on that option. Then it will take you to your local computer. So you simply navigate to where your dataset is. For instance, for example here, my dataset is on the desktop. So what I'll do, I'll simply I'll choose desktop, then I'll look for my folder. This is the folder, GIS data. I'll click on that. Then which one do I want to add in this case? I want to add the Choma boundary SHP, the actual map for Choma. So which one? This one is Microsoft Edge, this one is SHP, but yeah. So I'll go for the one that I'm sure it's an SHP file. So I'll click on that, open. It's here, it's showing boundary Choma SHP. Then I'll go all the way to the bottom and click add. Once my dataset is added, it will appear on the layers panel here. It will appear on the layers panel. Yeah, so on the layers panel, all the files you upload or the files you load on your software will be listed on the layers panel. Yeah, so this is the map, and it is presented as a polygon. Yeah, so these are polygons. So let's add another data set. Now we are adding the health facility. Let's add the health facility. Add layer, add vector. So health facilities are presented in what? In SHP format. So we click add, and then we go to add vector. So when adding here again, you browse. You look for health facilities or health centers. In this case, we deal with the health centers. So click on health centers SHP, this one. Click on that one, then open. Once I open, on this dialog box, on this window, I'll just click on add. Have you seen that our data has been loaded and it's also showing on the layers panel? Then let's also add the schools before we close this window. So I'll go all the way to delimited text. Since we know that our schools are in Excel format, so click on delimited text. So you will have something like this. So on where it says file name, you go all the way to the three dots where it says browse. You click on that. It will browse your to your local computer. So this is where my datasets are. There is already a connection between the software and the folder where I stored my datasets. So in this case, we are interested in schools. I'll just load the schools. Click on the schools. Or just double click, or you can go you can do the other way. You can just click and then click open. So once you click open, your data will look like this. Your window will look like this. So in this case, everything is okay. We can proceed and click add selected layer to map on the add option there. But sometimes the add option does not appear. Sometimes it appears disabled. So it sometimes doesn't function. So what you do in that case, you click on the geometry definition. If the add option is not functioning, you click on geometry definition. You click on that, then you simply navigate all the way to geometry CRS here, this part. Have you seen that this matches does not? Yeah, actually it does not match, but it has a CRS assigned to it. So if your add option is not functioning here, it means the CRS assigned to this particular dataset is invalid, and the option will not appear. So what you do in this case, we already have everything okay. So we just proceed and add. Close the window. But our schools are not showing in this case. What do? You go all the way. You right click. Actually, you go to the layers panel. You right click on the schools, then properties. Then on your properties window, you go to source, where it says source on these options. Source, then assigned coordinate reference system. You click on that, then you assign the actual CRS code that appears on your project. So on the project here, I have this on the bottom right corner, this number here, EPSG 32735. So I'll make sure that the option I choose here matches this CRS code. So I'll just click on the project one, since it matches the one that we have in the actual project. So I'll click on that one, then I'll apply, then I'll say okay. Have you seen that our schools are now showing? This is now interesting. Yeah, since we've added the schools, health centers and boundary, so we have different datasets presented in different formats. The schools are presented in dots, the health centers are presented in polygon. So the boundary is a polygon, the health facility is a dot, and is a point. Actually, it's a point. And then the school is also a point. So let's add another type of data set. So go to layer, add vector layer, browse. Then let's add the roads. So in this case we are dealing with Choma, so I'll choose roads Choma SHP. Choose that one. Then open. On this window I'll just say add. It will appear on the layers panel. Then I'll say close. Then I'll close this window. So have you seen on our map the roads are showing, but on the layers panel the road is showing equation. In this case it's about the CRS code. So what we do, we just click on that particular layer, which is roads Choma. So select that one, then we right click. Let's use the layer CRS option. This one. Let's try to set our CRS to this. So the roads are no longer showing on the map because the CRS is different from the one on the bottom right corner of this project here. So what we'll do, right click, you go to properties, same way like what we did with schools. So assigned coded reference system, you click on that, then you choose one that matches that one, so which is project in this case. So you apply, then you say okay, the question mark has gone and the roads are displaying on the map. Yeah, so now let's proceed. Let's try to design our map. So in this case, designing our map, we'll have to first use the boundary. So click on the boundary, right click on it. But before that, let's open the attribute table. We see more details about this particular layer. So we open the attribute table. So you can either use this option, like you right click on that layer, selected layer, you open the attribute table. The other way of opening an attribute table is select that particular layer, then you go all the way to the options on top, these icons on top. You choose this option, open attribute table. You click on that. The attribute table is open. So this is the attribute table. If you want to see more details about your data set, so in this case we have this data set, which is not necessary. I'm sure it's not necessary in this case. So let me just try to remove it. Yeah, I've removed that particular column. So we have our data here. Also remove another one. Yeah. So this is our data set. So this is an attribute table for Choma boundary. So this shows us more details about this particular data set. We have name 1, name 2, paths, points, area, pop 2000, this is population, area kilometer squared, and all these other things. Yeah, so this is our attribute table. In this case we need to understand name 1, these are words. Name 2, these are districts, of course, where it says Choma. Choma is not a word in this case, and we already know that Choma is a district and not a word. So this gives us a clue to say this particular column is a column for district. Then this one is words. We can minimize our attribute table. So let's try to first add labels. Let's add labels to our map. You can select that layer, then you choose this icon here that says ABC, or you can right click, you click on show labels, but this one is not advisable because it shows labels for one column that maybe you're not interested in. So you can use the properties. Go to properties, then on your properties window you click on labels, choose labels there. Then labels, you can, on where it says no labels, you can select that one, you collapse it, then you choose single labels. Once you choose single labels, these options will pop up. So on these options, what you need to do is just one thing. Maybe, for instance, on the value here we have name 1. So you already know that if we label this value, we label this map using name 1, we are labeling the ones. And if we label using name 2, we are labeling the districts. Then if we label using pop, it means we are labeling the map using numbers, because population is presented as, like, is presented in numbers. It's a quantitative variable. Same applies to area kilometer square. So in this case we are only interested in these two. So let's use name 1. We name our map based on words. So I've chosen name 1, then I'll maybe choose a different color here. I'll use orange. Yeah. Then I'll increase the size if I want to increase. I'll put 14. Then I can also change the font. So I can also change the font here. These are the fonts that we have. So you can choose whatever you want in this case, but for me, I think I'm interested in let me just use this one. Then at this point you can just simply apply. Click apply, then your map will be labeled. But I think I don't like the color of the label, so I'll just change that color. Put to black. Apply. Yeah, this is nice. So these are the labels, but of course the labels are too big. I can simply change that. Yeah, I think this is better. Yeah, this is better now. Apply. Then close that. So let's change the color of the map. So just simply select the same boundary, then right click, go to properties. Under properties, I'll go to symbology. I'll choose symbology. Here it will show different things to use in terms of designing the map. So in this case, I think I just want to remove the color of the map so that I leave it. Maybe I'll just put white. Then apply. After applying, I can now say okay. So this is the map. So let me also change the color for health centers. So in this case, let me just change the color for health centers. I'll select health centers on the layers panel, then right click, go to properties, and on the properties window we have different symbols here. So I'll just choose the one that makes sense for this. I think I'll go for green. I'm not good at choosing colors. Yeah. Let me choose green, I think. Let me just put green and reduce the size a bit. Then apply. So we have different colors here. We have health facilities. Actually, let me just change the symbol for health facilities. I'll put this symbol here. Then reduce it. Then apply like that. Yeah, this makes sense. We have health facilities, schools, and the roads. So let me also change the color for the roads. I'll just right click and stars. On the stars, I'll click. Just choose the light color. What about this one? This one? Yes. So now we have the roads, the schools, and the health centers. So let's add the villages. I'll just simply type villages here. Villages SHP. I think by now you understand the meaning of vector. Like when you're loading the dataset, you now understand the add vector layer option and SHP. So add, then close. So I have added the villages. So these are villages. Yeah, so these are villages. So let's just change the color to differentiate them from the schools. Yes. So let's you see in the villages we have villages that are not necessary for our map. So these that are outside the map are not necessary in this case. What do? We clip them out. So how do you clip? So I think for now we'll end here. We'll continue. Actually, the next time we meet, we'll start from clipping. Yeah, so clipping out these villages. So let me just save my project now. Just click on project and save as. So I'll just choose desktop, my projects. Just save it as my project. Then save it. Thank you for watching.